The world's weirdest, most secret military bases run the gamut from hazardous mountaintop forts to seemingly impenetrable underground bunkers. Then, there are the bases on remote islands, tracking objects in deep space, and high-tech laboratories probing the most lethal microbes in existence. Today, we will be seeing top 10 strongest army bases in the world. So come on, let's go into the video. Number 10. WRIGHT-PATTERSON Air Force Base. This army base is located in Dayton, Ohio. In operation since 1917, the facility saw rapid growth around World War II. Uniqueness. Reverse engineering always sounds so cryptic. The Wright-Patterson Air Force Base outside of Dayton, Ohio has been reverse engineering aircraft for much of its 103-year history, especially during the Cold War. Add in the fact that Hangar 18 has a tie to the Roswell crash, and conspiracy theorists enjoyed this and strangeness of Wright-Patterson. Number 9. Harvey Point Defense Testing Activity. This army base is located in North Carolina. The former 1940s military site took on a new identity weeks after the Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. It turned into a weapons testing facility and was also used as a training ground and spy school. Uniqueness. Most known for the Osama bin Laden house mock-up built on site for training for the Navy SEALs, Harvey Point, the facility is tucked behind security fences and Spanish moss-laden cypress trees and served as a CIA site for decades, clocked in classified ways. As more people start to spill the secrets of Harvey Point, its use as not only a weapon testing facility but also a training facility has come to light, with everyone from the CIA, FBI, SEALs, and the counter-terrorism units the world over going through the site. Number 8. Kapustin Yar. This army base is located in Astrakhan Oblast, southeast of Volgograd, Russia. Kapustin Yar was one of the Soviet Union's first rocket and missile test sites. It was established on May 30, 1946, and a year later, testing on the German A4V2 rocket began. The first of the captured missiles was sent aloft on October 18, 1947. Uniqueness. In addition to testing early ballistic missiles, Kapustin Yar was the site of some of the Soviet Union's first suborbital animal flights. In 1966, the secret base was turned into a cosmodrome, which is still operating today. The Soviets launched a number of dogs into Earth's atmosphere in the 1960s. The missile test site was also the location of 5 atmospheric nuclear tests and is the site of a number of Soviet-era UFO sightings. It is known to many as Russia's Roswell. The nearby town of Namnetsk was established in secret to support the scientists and engineers who worked at Kapustin Yar. No one was allowed to visit without government clearance, and it wasn't on any official maps. Number 7. Mount Weather. This army base is located in Virginia. The public first heard about this top secret site now run by the Department of Homeland Security in 1974, but it has operated for longer than that, with weather history dating to the 18,000s and uses during World War II. Uniqueness. The history of Mount Weather was an ample shroud of intrigue, with an origin story largely unknown. While it was born as a weather station in the 18,000s and then became a camp during World War II, the underground portion of the facility was likely done around 1960 and a training ground created around 1980. In more recent times, the Department of Homeland Security has run the subterranean facility, and it has served as an operations center, housing high-level government officials during emergency times, such as then Vice President Dick Cheney during the 9/11 attacks. Number 6. SIACHEN Glacier. This army base is located between India and Pakistan. India and Pakistan have long disputed the ownership of the SIACHEN Glacier, also a 4-decade-plus home of the Indian Army. Uniqueness. Located at over 21,000 feet, the SIACHEN Glacier isn't your run-of-the-mill military outpost. High in the mountains north of Jammu and Kashmir, both India and Pakistan have disputed the site. Although the Indian Army has a base and controlling interest of 2 of the main mountain passes. Without windstorms, snowstorms, thin oxygen and frigid temperatures, not only is the site expensive to operate, but it's also costly in terms of human sacrifice. Number 5. Naval Magazine Indian Island. This army base is located in Washington State, a small island off the coast of Washington State, the US. Navy purchased land on Indian Island in 1939. Now one of the smallest bases in the Navy and most recently named Naval Magazine Indian Island, it has serviced naval ships as the last stop before the Pacific Ocean ever since. Uniqueness. The final remaining deep water ordnance facility on the west coast without access restrictions. The small island helps ships as large as Nimitz-class aircraft carriers load and offload ammunition. The site has more than 100 magazines for weapon storage located underground in domed mounds. Every ship leaving the northwest region gets supplied by the island that has the ability to service everything from US Coast Guard patrol boats to submarines to aircraft carriers. Number 4. OLAVSVERN Naval Base. This army base is located in Norway. Originally constructed as a Cold War naval base, Norway sold the site and eventually leased it to the Russians, who now use the space for research. Uniqueness. Along with the Norway vs Russia backstory that started the site, which has flipped to Russia now operating ships and planes within Norway, the location itself offers quite a sight. Chiseled into mountains, the base includes buildings, bomb-proof areas within the earth, and docks aplenty. Number 3. Fort Detrick. This army base is located in Frederick, Maryland. What started as Camp Detrick in the 1940s quickly turned into a long-standing home for the US military. Uniqueness. Farms in Maryland joined together as Fort Detrick, the site of the United States Biological Weapons Program, meaning the 1942 creation of this program, developed soon after the Pearl Harbor attack, was home to some wild experiments of biological toxins and plenty of other things we simply don't want to know about. Using creations from the scientists at the fort, the US Navy ran 6 experiential attacks on San Francisco, sending ships just off the shore of the US city to release stimulants into the air. Once the warfare program ended in 1969, the site turned into the home of the US Biological Defense Program. Number 2. KWAJALEIN Atoll. This is located in Marshall Islands. One of the largest coral atolls in the world, the United States placed a base there during the World War II. Uniqueness. Apart from the massive amounts of coral, missiles make up another major portion of this Pacific atoll. The KWAJALEIN Atoll offers a test site for radars, tracking devices, missile launchers, and plenty of other technology. Notably, SpaceX successfully launched its first Falcon 1 rocket from KWAJALEIN Atoll. The US leases 11 of the 97 small islands that make up the atoll and surround a central lagoon perfectly suited for re-entry of airborne items. The out-of-the-way site helps with plenty of testing of all sorts free of ship and radio traffic. It's also currently the site of the Space Fence, a radar array designed to spot and track space junk and small satellites. Before we go to the last one, make sure you all like this video, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon near to it to get notified for our upcoming informative videos. So come on, let's continue. Number 1. EARECKSON Air Station. This army base is located in Shemya, Aleutian Islands. Once a ballistic missile radar home in the 1970s, the outdated system is still in use, while the airstrip serves as an active emergency landing zone. Uniqueness. The location, 1,200 miles west of Anchorage, Alaska, and only 200 miles east of Russia on the island of Shemya in the Aleutians, gives the desolate location some intrigue. It's also used as a refueling station and emergency runway. Thanks to all for watching this entire video. Hope you all enjoyed this topic and learned something new. We will be coming back with more informative videos. Until then, bye. The world's